Hello, I'm Marina and I'm the T-Crepe manager and leader of the design education pillar at the Design Nexus research group at UGent.
Hello, my name is Melis and I'm a PhD researcher for the T-Crepe project, and I'm a member of the design education pillar at Design Nexus at UGent.
In the last 2.5 years of the T-Crepe project, together with colleagues and associated partners, we worked on the subject of co-creation, e-learning platforms, game-based learning, and the design thinking methodology and mindset.
So far, the team at UGent presented this research work at 4 conferences and 1 symposium and published 2 academic papers. 2 articles are pending for presentation and publication in 2023.
Today, we will give a brief overview of selected work with the most important outcomes and lessons, hoping to inspire colleagues for critical discussions and welcome new research collaborations. In the end of the video, we would like to open up the discussion, posing a few questions to think about and sharing ideas for future work.
The first work that was presented at the 14th International Conference on Education and New Learning Technologies in Spain concerned the evaluation of the T-Crepe learning platform, which was used as a self-learning tool by 260 students in higher education. This study gave us an opportunity to understand what students thought as the most essential properties for the development of an online learning platform, namely skill development, personalization, adjustability, ubiquity, communication, and interaction. The findings of this study may be useful especially for the developers of online learning platforms and design educators interested in pedagogical innovation and unconventional learning tools in the field of design.
The next work was presented online at the Learn by Design 2021 held in China, and it deals with the challenges and the essentials in multidisciplinary student collaboration, looking into students' self and peer assessment reports. This study aimed at improving our understanding of the factors that aid and obstruct the co-creation processes. What this work underlined is that for an effective co-creation process to take place, hard skills are not enough. Students need to develop a number of soft skills such as empathy, leadership, motivation, teamwork, problem solving, decision making, and management skills. This outcome is in line with current state-of-the-art research that calls for a T-shaped design education model in which hard and soft skills complement each other.
The next work that was published in the Design for Learning journal examined whether and how game modding as a way of game design and constructivist learning strategy affects students' adoption of the design thinking mindset. In this study, we looked at game modding from micro to macro level of changes made to the games. Then we investigated the motivations of students to make these modifications. Accordingly, students' main gains from the game modding process were critical questioning, constructing their own knowledge, and co-creation. As a result, this study shows that game modding can contribute to teaching and learning about the design thinking methodology and developing this mindset.
The next paper was published in the Advances in Science and Technology journal and was about the impact of using digital games in textile engineering education and the specific gains of students experiencing game-based learning. The research questions that we tried to answer were: how can game-based learning approach be utilized in textile engineering education? And secondly, what could be the benefits of playing and modding or designing games in textile engineering education? The results have shown that games can be useful in textile engineering education by improving students' 21st century skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, and self-learning.
And the last study we would like to present today is a poster presentation at the FIERS 2022 Faculty of Engineering and Architecture Research Symposium organized by Ghent University. The presentation was about my PhD research that focuses on the development of a game-based toolkit for informing, motivating, and guiding design students in the facilitation of co-design sessions. The topic was presented with a focus on sustainability, on concepts that have been taken into account for the design of the toolkit, such as design justice and decolonizing design, but also concepts that could be further considered, such as active involvement and ableism.
What we have learned so far?
First, online learning platforms should meet the needs of Generation Z. They should be flexible to provide customization, adjustability, ubiquity, and interaction.
Second, soft skills should not be overlooked in design education. In fact, they're needed in co-creation processes, and at the same time, co-creation can improve these soft skills. So it's a two-way interaction.
Moreover, by actively involving students in game design, they can acquire the mindset of design thinking. In addition, empowering students to take charge of their learning experience as producers can make them feel that their opinions matter.
And finally, facilitating co-design processes is becoming an emerging role for future designers, and this competence should not be lacking from future-proof design education. Some questions that we would like to pose so that we can think about are:
First, how do we encourage the development of soft skills in design engineering education through co-creation? What tools and approaches are most suitable in project-based learning?
Second, what are the criteria we need to define for games in the converging and diverging phases in the design process?
Lastly, how can we help instructors decide whether a tool should be a self-learning tool for their students or one of supervised learning? What we are currently working on now is first, teaching and learning about the facilitator role of designers through co-designing a game-based toolkit.
And lastly, we're looking into how the learning platform and the game-based toolkit can be transferable to other disciplines.
Thank you.